it's really just, it's loud. Like when he started speaking, I was like, wow, I was riveted. And I was just amazed. So I got, being the only one there, I got to shake his hand.
Nice. Hey, so check this out. He's on Twitter. His handle is @TheHermanCain. And he posted a picture of Lindsey Graham, John McCain, and Ted Cruz all sitting together. And he tweeted, Lindsey Graham to fundraise for Ted Cruz.
Well, I think they realize that first of all, Kasich is done. For those of you that aren't really that into the whole math thing, when you need 111% of anything in order to achieve your goals, you failed. You have failed.
Yeah.
That is a mathematical certainty that you will not. It's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like if you work for $25 an hour, right? And you need $30 in order to buy something, and your boss is only going to let you work for an hour. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get your $30.
Right.
You need 110%. Or whatever, more. You need more than 100% of the time necessary in order to earn the $30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, yeah.
That's what it means when they say that he needs. You hear these numbers. I'm telling you right now, you lose people. I don't know why they're crunching these numbers like this, because people aren't going to really understand it. A vast majority of people, they say stuff like, "Oh, Trump won't be able to be elected because he needs 63% of all the rest of the delegates in order to make it," or whatever. Let me tell you something. With a lot of these winner-take-all states and some of them where Trump has such a commanding lead over his nearest rivals in certain states, when he gets a proportion of those delegates, 63% is not that hard to get. I mean,
okay, so
it's going to happen.
Right. So check this out. I'm on oddshark.com, and they give odds on apparently everything. Every odds on games and tournaments. So maybe you can help me out with the numbers here. They're saying the odds of a Republican presidential nominee, the odds of John Kasich, it says plus 600.
Okay, well, I'll tell you exactly what that means. That means that you have to put plus 600. Is that for real?
Yeah.
That's for Kasich?
That's what it says, yeah.
That's the worst bet I've ever heard in my life. I would put everything on him not becoming president. Let me tell you what plus 600 means. That means you put $100 down, and you get $600 if you win.
Wow,
that's terrible.
Okay, because, so what's it mean? They've got Donald Trump at minus 400.
Oh, that means that if you put down $400 and he wins, that means you get $100.
Oh. So you lose. You lose.
No.
Oh no, you win. Okay, so you get $500.
You get your $400 back. You get your $400 back.
Okay.
But you get another $100. So you put out $400 and you get $500 back if you win. So you earn $100. But it takes $400 to make that $100.
Oh, so for in Kasich's situation, if you put down 100 and he wins, you
win 600
plus your 100 back.
Right, so 700. Okay. Right.
Okay. Ted Cruz. This is odds as of March 17th, 2016. So this is of last week. And they're saying Ted Cruz is plus 600. He's tied with John Kasich.
That's ridiculous. Anybody who puts a dime on Kasich, that's got to be the worst sucker bet I've ever heard in my life. I wouldn't put money on Cruz, but why would they have the same odds? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're putting odds on. They're saying Hillary's odds of who's the next president. The odds of the president. They're saying that Ted Cruz is plus 2,000.
Okay, so that means you put for every $1 you put down, you can win 20. And let me tell you how rare that is. Almost every boxing match I've ever seen in my life is plus 1,500 for a draw, and you know how rare draws are in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Very rare. So the odds of, did you say Cruz?
Yeah, winning the presidency, being the next president, being the president.
Wow, I'll tell you what, man, I might put a couple bucks on that.
Well, they got odds on Trump as plus 200.
Yeah, that means he's a 2-1. That means flip a coin. I mean,
here's what they get. You want to hear what they give Hillary?
On that.
Here's what they give Hillary.
What's that?
Minus 225.
Okay, so she's so you have to put $225 down to win $100.
So
I'm pretty amazed by that.
Yeah, that's what they're literally putting the odds makers are putting the money on Clinton according to oddshark.com.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't trust America anymore after re-electing Obama. I mean, I understand the whole thing in 2008. I mean, you got McCain, who's a complete, rhino,
right,
and all this stuff. And then you got the possibility of first black president. It's new and exciting. Plus, there wasn't, the journalism died that year. Journalism died in 2008. So I understand 2008. 2012, I lost my faith in the American citizenry in 2012. That being said, I don't trust them anymore. Maybe those odds makers, they're thinking, they're probably thinking the same thing I am with regards to what happened in 2012. As far as Trump numbers, there is a misconception. That's why maybe I should put my money on Trump. There's this misconception that people who want Cruz are not going to show up to the polls. People who are Democrats are definitely not going to vote for Trump. They're definitely going to pull the lever for your Hillary. Let me tell you that. People are mad at Hillary. Democrats. There are Democrats out there who are mad at Hillary. There are veterans who would normally vote Democrat who would prefer to vote for Trump. You got your young, low-information voters that are just excited about Trump. Right, and then you got your union people. Union people are like, hey, man, we are getting killed when it comes to manufacturing in America and business in general, jobs. We're hurting. You know what? We like Trump. There are union people that would rather vote for Trump than Hillary. Now, black people. There are, like you said this in a previous episode. Black people do not like the fact that they're hurting and they're blaming illegal immigration for it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like that, and they like to hear Trump say, we're going to build a wall, we're going to build it's going to be the greatest wall you've ever seen.
Huge.
We're going to pay for it.
Huge.
And we're going to deport everybody. We're going to make a big wall with a big door in it so that when we're going to send every single illegal immigrant back, and we're going to let them back in legally. And you know what legally means, don't you? If he actually deports that many people, he's not going to let them all back. He's only going to let back the ones that can get in legally.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
and
don't think it's impractical to deport so many people. Most of them are going to have no choice, and they're going to have to self-deport because I believe that Trump is going to make you verify that you're legal in order to get employment.
Yeah, self-deportation is not difficult at all. That E-Verify system, that they tried to implement before that worked so well, the Democrats had to remove it due to racism or something.
Well, they claim racism, but let me tell you something.
Because it worked.
Well, and the Democrat in America, and I'm not talking whites, blacks, Latinos. I'm talking all Democrats, including white Democrats, they have waged an absolute jihad on the white race.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
And those white people who have decided not to participate in the jihad against the white race, they are done with it. They're so sick and tired of it, and I think there's a revolt now. And I think white people that are revolting against this war against whites are like, you know what? I feel that maybe Trump can put a dent in it.
Right.
I'm not saying that he'll end it. I don't know if you ever can end it because Democrats aren't going to give it up. But one thing I do like as a white person myself is that his existence as a candidate has given whites who have succumbed to the using the abuse of the race card. They're giving people courage to stand up against it.
Right. No, right.
There's something nice about that.
No, it is. Hey, I'm reading this article from the Washington Post, and the headline says, Ted Cruz says he can win the Republican nomination outright. What? Yeah, that's the title. That's the headline.
Ted Cruz?
Yeah, and the title says, what? So down into the article, his campaign says that they know that they're behind by 261 delegates, 261 points. And as long as they don't go beyond 300 down, he says he can win it.
Okay. Here's the thing about Cruz. It's true that this last primary, he has taken a hit. Okay, that is true. But before he's taken a hit, it seemed like several election primaries in a row, he has actually been very slowly creeping up on the delegate count, like actually closing the space. And obviously, this last primary he didn't. But here's the thing. There are states that have either gone for Cruz or have gone for Trump for less than what we previously thought was going to happen.
Right.
And therefore, I mean, I can't really guarantee that it's going to that Cruz is done. He's not done yet, and I don't think that it's going to be impossible, you know. And these poll numbers, you just can't trust them.
No.
You can't trust these poll numbers.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't trust them. So they're showing, but they're showing that that Trump Cruz doesn't have a prayer in New York. He doesn't have a prayer. They're saying right now, and this was as of March 18th, so this was as of last week, an Emerson poll gives Ted Cruz 12% of New York. 12.
Ooh, wow. But do they give it out proportionally, delegates?
No, winner take all.
New York is?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. That's what's...
You might want to double-check that. I'm not 100% sure.
Kasich? But you have to have X amount to even qualify for some of these delegates, though.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Utah, like Utah, if you get 50% or more, it's a take-all, a winner-take-all. Utah is. So I'll double-check on New York, but Kasich in New York won.
Well, Kasich's not.
Won.
The fact that he hasn't dropped out yet, makes his entire candidacy a disgrace. Or I'm sorry, it makes him personally. It makes him a disgrace personally.
Right. Because you got to be the bigger man. You got to save face. You got to say, okay, you know what? The voters have spoken, and I'm really not in this. Okay. I got to step out. I got to be a man. I got to man up. Be a man up, say, you know what? This really isn't viable. No, you have to. You're right. So in New York...
Yeah, but so the ulterior motive is what? You know what I mean? I mean, it's clearly the motive is not that he's going to win